Hey Beans, and welcome to another Animal Jam glitch video. As always, if you like what you see and you want to be featured in one of these videos, please send your glitch over to julian2moments@gmail.com. I'd love to see it, but enjoy the video for now. So, number one are some strange Play Wild items. This person was just in their den, and then whenever they would type in a word into chat, the item would actually show up, and they could look at it, but they couldn't buy it, which was weird. And what's even weirder is, after this went on for a little bit, well, they started pulling up worn blankets, and the worn blankets were like boxes and not actually blankets. They were just boxes of various colors, which they obviously should not have been. And what really mystifies me about this whole glitch is that this didn't just happen in this person's den. When this person actually traveled over to the diamond shop, well, they could still do the glitch. Okay, so I'm sure you've seen those glitches where a smoothie just randomly appears in the middle of nowhere and like no one owns it, it's just kind of sitting there. I get those all the time in my email. But this one is exceptional because not only did it happen on Play Wild, but also the smoothie is just gigantic. That is the biggest smoothie I've ever seen. And then it happened again outside of Crystal Sands to a different person entirely, where they were just walking around Crystal Sands and then a waterfall showed up with a gigantic smoothie almost as big as a wolf itself. Number three are just some casual levitating items. In this case, it was one of these little St. Patrick's Day mats, and as you can see, the shadow is far below where the actual item is, showing that this item is levitating on the ground, or that the shadow is just really off. But either way, it definitely looks like this item is just floating off the ground, which is pretty hilarious. Animal Jam used to send out these monthly member gift things, and if you didn't have a membership, then it would tell you, hey, join the club, just this casual prodding of like, hey, you should hey, give us money. But basically, these have existed for a long time, and it appears that as they've started to exist for longer and longer, some glitches have been popping up. This person pulled up a really old one, all the way back from May, in what looks like 2011 or 2012, and it said that there was an emote for every mood, but for some reason the E in emote was replaced by a series of numbers. It's so cool to look back and see these little glitches that didn't exist way back when, but it appears someone has messed with Animal Jam's code since then, and now that letter no longer appears, which is pretty strange. And some not so lucky Clovers in the new Lucky Clovers adventure. People have been getting stuck in the trees, frankly. There's no other way to say it, especially the flying animals have been just flying around, and then all of a sudden there are certain spots where you can actually go into the tree or go into the leaves of the tree as a flying animal, but then you can't move out of that space. So you're literally trapped in wherever the game decides to put you, and there's no way to avoid it unless you decide to memorize every single place where these traps exist, and in order to do that, well, you would have to step on all those traps first. And the most annoying part is, once this happens, well, you can't leave. You literally can't leave. You can't move, you can't step side to side, and the only way to get out is to actually exit the adventure. But if you exit the adventure, you lose all of your progress, and this thing gets really annoying, and the majority of your time is concentrated in the latter half, where basically you're looking for those last few clovers. So usually when this happens, it's going to be, as it happened to this person, when you have 45 clovers. So this can be very annoying when it happens. And I just want to give you guys a heads up that this can happen. So pay attention to what trees you step on. So this person was trying to buy a tabby kitty, and it gave them a monkey. I'm seriously curious what would have happened if it actually pressed the next button, whether it would have given them a tabby kitty or a monkey, and if it had, what it would have charged this person. You never know. That could have been pretty cool. And number 7, this person actually went inside of a frog. So there have been some glitches with the land animals that go near this frog, and then they go like in front of the frog, but behind the lily pad, and weird stuff like that. But this person, as a flying animal, realized that you can actually go like in the frog and then like get submerged into the frog as if it's a liquid, and that shouldn't happen normally. Number 8, just some scary items from the Animal Jam treasure hunts. These deer antlers are missing a little piece, and at first I thought, well, this is definitely just from a weird angle or it glitched out for a second, but then the person spun them and sent me another picture, and as you can see, that little piece of the deer antlers is still missing. That's pretty spooky if you ask me, because I don't know if you've ever seen a deer before, but those antlers aren't supposed to be missing. Number 9 is the return of the silhouette glitch, my favorite glitch that unfortunately I've stopped featuring because I feel like people just edit it because it's so easy to fill in anything black. But anyways, back to the point. When I first got this, I did exactly that. I said, hey, this is definitely edited, I'm not going to feature it. But then I got another picture of it, and then another picture of it, and it was of the same horse in the same spot, and then I got a picture of someone who had actually taken a picture of their computer screen proving that it wasn't edited. So apparently this horse named Dougal is actually turning black in the Lucky Clover's adventures. And now, again, it's totally possible that this guy was supposed to be totally black, and that I'm just messing up and featuring it as a glitch because people have sent it to me and told me it's a glitch. I hadn't really played the Lucky Clover's adventure, but I don't think Animal Jam would just design one monocolor, monotone, lame horse and put it in the adventure. Normally they kind of spice up their animals a lot with colors and items, so I'm not sure what's going on with this one. And number 10 is this person who managed to edit their friend's den. I'm not kidding. They went into their friend's den, and for some reason, the den was totally glitched out, and it was still registering like half as their den and half as the other person's den, and they could move the other person's items around, and they actually did it. So I'm not sure if that worked or like if it worked afterwards, but it's pretty cool that the dens merged and then all of a sudden they could actually have both dens at one time. Number 11 is a masterpiece jamagram sent from Animal Jam HQ that's supposed to say, you know, your masterpiece was accepted, or hey, your masterpiece was like rejected, or whatever these things are supposed to say, but instead it just says Animal Jam rocks. And Animal Jam has just been sending people these messages that just say Animal Jam rocks and give them no information about the masterpieces that they refer to. Number 12 is possibly the coolest glitch. I love this one so much. That's right, someone went into the tutorial and somehow became a spinny boy in the tutorial. They just spawned into the game as a new jammer, as a spinny boy. How does this happen? Like, when you join, there's no way to buy items, there's no way to change your colors. In fact, they even have pictures of them as a spinny boy before they even have the change your look thing unlocked. So there's no way they could have messed with their look. They literally just spawned into the game and they were a spinny boy. That's kind of sick. I doubt Animal Jam actually ever programmed this. It's probably some sort of glitch, as I've mentioned before, where someone got banned on this account name and so then their account got deleted, and then when you rejoin under that account name, well, they give you their old look, but I have no idea, and it's sick. Number 13 is one of those glitches that's a little less lighthearted. There's one glitch that's also been going around with the masterpieces that is preventing people from making their masterpieces again. These have been plaguing Animal Jam ever since masterpieces came out, and there appears to be a new one, where when you go to choose a frame, it doesn't give you any frames, and it's just stuck, and you can't save your masterpiece in any way. And then if you save it and close it, well, it still says you can't choose a frame, and there's no way to turn your masterpiece into a den item. Well, number 14 is this teeny little beanie wolf on Animal Jam Play Wild. Now, I don't play Animal Jam Play Wild very much, and it's possible that this is actually part of the animation and that the wolf expands when you change into it, but it looks to me like this little guy got shrunken. Number 15 is up to you guys. See if you can spot this secret little glitch inside of Animal Jam's party that it made itself and still didn't catch this glitch. Number 16 is a bunny that showed up in this person's den. But it's not just any bunny. Okay, let me explain how many weird things are wrong with this bunny. First of all, it's got a really creepy look. That's kind of obvious. It's not a glitch, but this person is not this person's buddy. And yet they locked their den and removed all buddies, and the bunny is still in the den, even though it should have been removed when they removed all of their buddies. Also, this bunny is on the wall of a den that it shouldn't be. There's no way to get up to that wall, especially not as a bunny. So how did this happen, and why is this bunny like simultaneously in the den but not in the den? It's kind of a weird phenomenon. Number 17, person tried to go pond skating and they fell into the water, but the ice didn't break. So if you want to figure that one out, go ahead. And finally, Animal Jam literally didn't fit in the screen for this person. In fact, a tiny little fraction on all sides was just removed from the screen on this one. I mean, this person was just trying to play Animal Jam, but the Animal Jam wouldn't load into the screen. As you can see, because they couldn't see their username, part of the toolbar at the top is gone, and then little pieces of the sides were taken away. So that's a cool glitch to wrap up our episode this time. So anyways, Beans, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to email your glitches to julian2moments@gmail.com. and I will see you in my next video.